Live. Okay. Mm. Hey, y'all can see me? Hey, y'all. Guess where I'm at? Okay, I see y'all popping in. Hold on. Hey, everybody. You guys will never guess where I'm at right now. I'm in New York. Concrete jungles where dreams are made of. Now, oh my God, there's some people who recognize me. Look, this is one of my friends, Sydney, that I met. Say hi. I'm live. We're here. Him and his girl, they've been so nice to me. We're here at the P. Diddy trial. Hey, y'all. There's over 700 people in here, huh? Not right now. I'm on live. I'm on live. What do you mean? What happened? To do what? I'm not going on nobody's platform. No. No, I don't want to go on nobody's platform. Hold up for what? No, it depends. I don't even know your platform. I'm not just about to jump on anybody's platform. Yeah. Okay, bye. Hey, y'all. There's so many people here recognizing me. It's crazy. Cause y'all know I'm low key. I don't never be out and about. So I'm just like, oh, it's weird. People want me to go on their platform. People are asking me for interviews. I'm like, I'm not nobody famous. I'm just here to find out what's going on. Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me really well? I had to kind of get away from the crowd. So I came. It is very different being down here. Um, I got here last night. It is so different being here. Um, I saw Diddy. He looks really old. You could tell he is stressed. His whole head is white. Who else? I can't say who's on the stand, but I will say that the stuff that she's saying on the stand is very emotional. And I think that her testimony has a pretty decent impact, just like Cassie's did. Somebody said they tried it. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of people here. Like, let me interview you or come over here. And I'm just trying to blend in. I'm not really trying to be seen. I just came to like really watch it because I've never been to like court. I've never been to like a court trial or nothing. But it's very, very interesting. It really is. And then I saw Tristan Combs, I saw Justin and Janice, I saw them. She's really small. She gotta be like 5'2". She's itty bitty lady. So they were all in there and stuff like that. Yes, the energy is good so far. I've met some really cool people here. Very, very down to earth. The energy's been good, but you know, I bring good energy everywhere I go. So it's been nothing but love. So I'm really happy about that. It's been nothing but love. I've met a lot of really just nice, young men and women and stuff like that. So yeah. So I took a lot of notes. Yeah, Armand's here. I ran into Armand. He's doing his thing. Tisa Tells, she's here too. So shout out to her. She's really nice. So I've met there's a lot of good people here. I just saw Armand. I think he went I don't know if he went across the street. So there's been a few people I didn't know, but I met them here. There were also T-sippers. So I was like, oh my gosh. So it feels good. I'm in NYC, y'all. How many people got in here? We got, oh gosh, almost 3,000 people in here. Yeah, it's been very, very interesting. One of the things I will say about Jane Doe is that basically she she's had a very similar experience to what Cassie had. And you know what else? Let me be honest with y'all. I know a lot of times it's very easy to say, "Oh, these chicks are just clout chasing. They wasn't saying all this when they was in it, when they was getting fame and trips and stuff like that. They're only complaining now that the gravy train has ran out or now that he has been arrested." But the evidence that she was sharing, she was been not feeling the stuff that she was doing. And I don't agree with it, right? I think it's sad that people feel like they have to go to that extreme for any man. But when you're dealing with a narcissist and narcissistic abuse, I can see how things can spiral. But she was asking for all of this to stop long before Cassie came out, long before the lawsuits. She was feeling that what she was doing was bad. It was not aligning with her energy. And another thing that it's really taught me is that a lot of people try to glamorize sex work, right? A lot of women, she's grown, hell, I think she's my age or older, if I'm being honest. But a lot of women, especially on social media, that's why I always tell y'all, do not envy anybody's lifestyle. Do not envy, because you don't know what they did to get their money, to get their housing, stuff like that. Until I sit and listen to this woman cry and break down, it really takes a toll on your spirit. Soul ties are real, and it takes a huge toll on your spirit. And then on top of that, um, she has so many regrets, and this man was basically using her. That's all it was. He was basically using her. I think she thought the more she gave, she would eventually be his number one, and that wasn't the case. She was putting everybody else before, so that was not the situation. I'm on live. So they weren't liking it. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm holding the camera. It's all because there's so many people walking up wanting to me to interview or do stuff. You're not my damn security. Stop. Say hi. Get it? Somebody top flight. Top flight here in the world, Craig. I don't want to just stand there because when I stand there, more people come. All right, I'm gonna try this. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I got all these contraptions. See, I came ready with a little suit. No, I just no. Oh, on the box? Okay. Oh, you got the whole setup. Okay. And I think okay, no, that's fine right there. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. He's gonna watch me so nobody else comes up. But okay, I have a bunch of notes. But what I was saying is that I think she did way too much and she got caught up and now she's really regretting, like the decisions that she made. And I think one thing I will say, like what young women need to learn from this is that even though the lifestyle looks glamorous, trips and yachts and all that stuff, half the time he wasn't even taking her anywhere. He was literally only calling her to get banged out by multiple guys. So she really didn't really come up like that. And I think it's sad that she did all this. This is like the epitome of selling your soul, because she was doing all this so that way her mortgage could get paid. And it's like, you know, why not just get a regular job, a 9 to 5? At least you would still have your soul. At least you wouldn't be on the stand crying about like how all these guys were just running through you. You know what I'm saying? And swapping soul ties. The only time he literally called her was to do all of this freaky stuff. But with that being said, we all know he's a deviant. We all know, all he thinks about is sex, 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 24/7 and drugs. But outside of all this sexual stuff, where's the meat and potatoes of the case? That's what I'm looking for. Where's the meat and potatoes? Where's the racketeering? Because we're just hearing freaky stuff. And I do feel bad for her, and it is sad and sick, but I need more. Okay, so outside of you've been talking this freaky shit for the past 2 hours. What is next? But her, and then my thing is like, is he obsessed with Asians? Like, it's just a lot of Asian victims in this case. So I'm learning a lot. It's very interesting being here and seeing it live and like getting the live reactions and seeing like, how she's responding to the questions and stuff like that. When I tell you, there are a lot of regrets on her end. And if she had to do it over, she would. And the thing is, now we all know that she's attached to another famous person because I'm not going to say her name. But my thing is, how did it get to this point? Why is that famous person that you're initially attached to, why are they not able to help you out of this situation? You know? So again, do not compare your life to a lot of these people that you see on social media, to these Instagram facades. It is okay to live a regular, degular life. Because when I tell you that lady is suffering, like it's really sad listening to her testimony. Like she's literally breaking down crying like continuously. You can tell it's very heavy on her. And I think like if the whole thing didn't come out with Cassie and Cassie's lawsuit, she would have thought she was the only one. And I think what happened is now she's realizing like, you know, she was not alone. This was his MO. This is how he got down. So she's living with a lot of regrets. She is. I'm talking about the Jane Doe. Yeah. Let me read some of these comments. I agree with you. do not like Diddy. Um, and they said that he did. Oh, I don't want to hold it. I'm trying to scroll through this. Thank you. Um, he did some horrible things, but at the end of the day, I'm just thinking this might be a money grab. I mean, there's definitely, money and things like that involved. He's a rich man. So of course, I think he bit off more than he can chew. He thought he was bigger than the program, and now everything is coming at him all at once. But he's not a good person. He's done a lot. He's manipulative. He's a gaslighter, but outside of that, they had to still be able to prove a criminal case. So I'm very much looking forward to what the defense is gonna say, the people defending him, because as far as like his character, he's not a good person. He's a user and a manipulator. Let me see. I'm just trying to read some of these comments. Yeah, I'm not used to going live on my phone. Somebody said racketeering has left the chat. Uh, they say he's staring down journalists. Did he look at you? No, he didn't look at me. So he ain't stared me down. I have heard that he has been staring down people, but there's no reason to stare down anybody. We didn't put you in that position. Bitch, I wasn't at your freak offs. Don't stare down at me. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we get an NYC blog. Maybe. We'll see. Somebody says Farnsworth Bentley coming. I don't think so. Is he? He's here. That's who's holding my umbrella. Farnsworth. They're wild. Sitting over there cracking up. Yeah, they're over there. Farnsworth is holding my umbrella. But yeah, they said a few. I'm not sure who else is gonna be next, but um, I was coming out to the East Coast anyway, so I was like, you know what? Let me stop off here. I've been talking about Diddy forever, so might as well stop by and really check out the case. So got out here super early. You're welcome, Shadiva. She said, thank you for reporting. Do y'all have any? They said Carisha is not a victim, she's a willing participant. Yes, this also makes me think about Carisha as well. I do believe that she was a willing participant. Some people get caught up in this type of lifestyle and they start having regrets. And I think people like Carisha, they're okay with it. As long as the money's flowing, they have the status, they have the proximity to fame, they don't care. But I think, after a while, it does take a toll on you. And I think that is what's going on with this woman that's currently on the stand. And I think, too, the fact that she's older, she's not in her 20s. So she's like, yeah, yeah, she's not a young chick. So I think for her, she's probably even more embarrassed. It's almost like, how did she get caught up like this? Is the vibe I'm getting. But, you know, again, be grateful for your regular, degular life. Because it's like he would promise her stuff like, "Oh, come out here, we're gonna take you on a yacht," because she was getting upset at how he was publicly treating Carisha. He treats her a certain way, he was representing her a certain way, and she wasn't getting that. She was just kind of nobody even really knew that she existed. And so there was a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment. And then he would promise her things like, okay, well, this time I'm gonna make it up to you. I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna take you out on the yachts. I'm gonna take you on trips, and none of that happened at all. None of it happened. Virgo says, I love my peace and my boring life. I don't blame you, honey, at all. I do not blame you. Exactly. And I think that's why he promoted Carisha because she's younger, she has a lot of young fans and it benefited him. This person is no real benefit to him. She was just good for the freak offs. And she started realizing that she was being used for that, and she spoke on that. Like, "The only time you contact me is to do this," and, I mean, having 4 guys at one time, putting her body at risk, everything else. It was a lot. It was a whole lot. Char Chartosis. Come on, reporter T. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm on YouTube Live. Yeah. Who are you? You're a lawyer for who? Oh, well, you gotta be a lawyer for Diddy, honey. The tea sippers, they want it. You're pro Diddy? Okay, so you think he's innocent? Leave him alone. We didn't want to come up in the live, child. So you think it's more of a sexual matter? Everybody's coming through, child. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, Moneybag Mo. She just sent me 449.99. Hey, Moneybag Mo, thank you so much. I swear, you be coming through, sis. Thank you everybody who's sending me a super chat. I really appreciate y'all. Moneybag Mo's in the building. Hey, sis. I'm here in NYC. Let me read a few of these other super chats here. Let's see. D Fix says thank you for being you. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all always show me so much love. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you guys. It's been yeah, I'm enjoying my time out here in NYC. It's been really nice. Moneybag Mo always coming through. Y'all love my nails. I still got my nails done from when I went to the Bahamas. So I'll probably set them up when I come back to Minneapolis. I'm taking my butt back to Minneapolis. I came to pop through. I'll put maybe, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna visit a few more people while I'm on the East Coast. Y'all want me to do a vlog? I'm loving it out here though. I haven't been to New York since before COVID, so it feels good to be back out here. Yeah, it's a recess right now. Yeah. No, I've seen quite a few people. Yeah, it's kind of chilly today. It's packed out here. You're only doing it for me? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The weather is definitely changing out here. Yes, do your vlog. They think you Farnsworth. When am I coming to Chicago? I don't know. Come to Harlem. I do want to go to Harlem. I know they got some good food in Harlem. We should go to Harlem real quick. Go get some food. Let's see. Yeah, I saw Armand already. Armand is here. Tisa's here. I got a chance to meet her today. She's real cool. It was good to see Armand. Get some NYC pizza. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I love Philly. I'm gonna be back in Philly. I gotta stop off in Philly before I head back to the Midwest. Someone said shout out to BK. So what else do y'all want to know? Like any other questions concerning this? I'm not gonna say nothing else about like, I'm not gonna mention who it is. But like I said, it is a lot. He's a freak. That's all I can say. And then the thing is, they were playing audio of like their conversation. So he was also like recording audio as well. And I think some of that audio has kind of come back to bite him in the butt. So he was also recording conversations that she was not aware of. And the thing that's very, very interesting is that what I've noticed like with the whole situation with Jane Doe is the fact like she bought him like a mobile TV so that way he could like watch the videos. So it's like to me, she's conflicted at different parts of her testimony. Whereas like she's disgusted, she wants to get out of it, but then she's also buying him birthday presents where it's like, oh, well, here goes a mobile TV. So that way you can still watch me. Because that was his whole thing. He liked to watch these videos back of her getting banged out by these guys. So a lot of sexual deviancy because if a man really loves you, he's not gonna wanna share you like that, not in that way. I mean, her behavior screams porn star. I mean, that's some porn star behavior, but, I think the thing is she has a lot of regret, but regret doesn't necessarily mean wrongdoing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like, just because you may regret sleeping with somebody doesn't mean that they raped you, you know? So I think there's a lot of regret. He's a freak for sure. But yeah, she has a lot of regrets. No, I think she is regretful of it. One, she's older, and then two, she would just burst out crying. You could tell like if she's reminiscing and thinking back to stuff, she would just like break down crying. Because you're selling yourself. She didn't know these guys. You're giving yourself, you're giving your soul to strangers. You're giving the most intimate parts of yourself are being sold to the highest bidder. All this to get your rent paid when you easily could have gotten a job. You could have easily had, the connections that you made in the industry where if you really wanted to work hard, you could have did that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't buy that when people act like the only work they can do is sex work. There's plenty of work you can do. Just say that you don't want to work hard. For you, you feel like it's easier to just, sleep around and get money. And that's fine. No tea, no shade. But we're not going to act like there's not other options out here. So that's the only thing I don't like respect. I think, yeah, there's embarrassment. And think about it. She has, family, possibly children, who knows? So there's embarrassment. And that's why I always say that, like, again, it's not to judge anybody. What I'm saying is that we have to tell the both sides because a lot of young people look at fast money and they think that, fast money equals easy money and there's no consequences. I'm getting paid, I'm getting a bag. But what is that bag tied to? And that's what a lot of people, these are the conversations we need to have because it can happen to anybody at any age. A lot of times we like to dismiss it like it's just the younger girls that are out here tricking. Some of these old hoes is out here selling it too. Clock that. Okay. Clock it. You know what I mean? So it can happen at any age. And so you just got to understand like there's nothing wrong with having morals, having integrity. Because again, when you walk a certain way, when you have a certain light about yourself, people won't even play you like that. You know what I'm saying? People won't even come at you like that because they know that's not how you get down. So I think there's nothing wrong with like preaching that message because all this is showing me is that I've always said it, but now I'm really seeing it like everything that glitters is not gold. And these people portray this, picture perfect lifestyle on Instagram. Hey, Miss Lady, they portray this lifestyle on Instagram, and when you really see what's going on behind the scenes, it's shocking. I would have never thought from looking at this person's Instagram that they would have ever got down like that, you know? So, yeah, it's crazy. Did you know Diddy had a sister? Yeah, I talked about her in my deep dives. Oh, she's in court? Oh, okay. I didn't know she was in court. Oh, that's interesting. And then a lot of this stuff, child, was happening at the damn Trump hotel. Like it. I was like, ooh. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of this, if it was going down in New York, Trump Hotel was one of the hotels that these little freaky events was happening. So I thought that was very interesting. I've never been over there. How were Diddy's family? They're cool. They were in the lunchroom with everybody else. They had like I think two bodyguards, but yeah, they were cool. They're just quiet, kind of just hanging to themselves. Yeah. No, Lady J's not here. Lady J's overseas. Yeah, she's overseas. Somebody said birds with feathers flock together. Now, one thing I will say, I think for me, I think this person gets a little bit even more sympathy than even. Do you think she gets more sympathy than Cassie or no? Cassie did. I think that, of course, that's horrible. But I think with her, at least Cassie got a check. She got out. She's able to reinvent herself. People know Cassie. There's literally nothing that's gonna benefit this woman in any way, shape, or form. Ain't no check coming. At least Cassie can cry with the millions. You know what I'm saying? She can wipe her tears. If there's a conviction, she might get some solace from that. But other than that, and then the people she's tied to, they're messy. So there's really nothing there. I don't know if there's gonna be any reprieve for her. Is he still paying her rent to this day? To this day? To this day? That's crazy. And then again, how's he still paying your rent? No shame. And then you on let me tell you. The accounting is still accounting. That's insane. So to this day, he's still paying her rent. So again, are you trying to better yourself? Because if somebody tormented me like that and treated me like that, I wouldn't want nothing else from them. I didn't know he was still paying her rent. That's crazy. That's some nasty work. She's understanding he's still cutting her a check. That's nasty work, honey. It's called hush money work. Yeah, the hush money ain't hushing. Wow. No integrity. She's talking. She's not hushing. She's running her mouth. Yeah. Well, people are saying, okay, Cassie was young, but I also feel like grooming can happen at any age. It happens more when you're younger, but older women can be groomed too. Yeah, and kill themselves. And I think part of it too is that you can be groomed at any age, but a lot of it too is you have people. It's Y'all got to understand that proximity to fame. That fame is a lot of stuff. A lot of people put fame above God. You know what I'm saying? Being known. So that's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them were love bombed by him too. So you're thinking, yeah, and it plays with your mind. That's like a drug. The love bombing, the narcissism, the gaslighting. It's a lot. So no matter if it's a older woman or younger woman, you can be manipulated. Unfortunately, yep. Fame and clout is a hell of a drug. Yeah. Was Misa groomed? I don't know. I know she was a teen when she got with Diddy. I don't necessarily think she was groomed, but she worked with him. Yeah. It's a lot. Was she here today? I didn't see her today. I seen her the first time with her broke foot or something. That's insane. I mean, I get it's a child's father. I wouldn't want to have nothing to do with it. He put himself in that situation. Yeah, I think she was more, I wouldn't necessarily just say she was groomed, more like manipulated. I think he just kept like dangling a carrot in front of her head, thinking that she was going to be the next it girl standing next to him. I think at the end of it, they were all looking to be like where Carisha was at. Because Carisha benefited a lot from her proximity to Diddy. Yeah, but definitely Carisha. Because Cassie, you never got a feel for her personality. She really didn't talk. She was more arm candy. But Carisha got shows. She got way more popular. Yeah, she got the fame that Cassie wanted and that this woman wanted as well. And I think that's what they were all eventually looking for. They were thinking they could use him as a jumping part, and all they got were golden showers. In the words of Danielle, she said golden showers. That's all they ended up getting. Yeah. I just can imagine. It was like, what would you say, like several times a week? That freak offs with multiple men. Yeah, that's what they call hotel nights. Sobriety nights and stuff like that. Sobriety night. Ain't that a crazy name for it? Yeah, so you know how like with Cassie they called it the freak offs. What she called it with Diddy was sobriety nights, and that's crazy. Sobriety is supposed to be detoxing. You're supposed to be meditating. It should be just water and cleansing. But their sobriety nights was getting four different kingpins ran inside of her. That was their name for their freak offs was sobriety nights. Yeah, that's how she got a lot of UTIs too. Yeah. But that's demonic though to call it sobriety nights. That's crazy. Yeah. 'Cause, oh yeah, and then she threw up. Yeah. So he said now that you threw up, that's good because now you can just keep on going. So it's like she got no break. Hmm. Allegedly. But what she said it on the stand. That's true. It's still alleged. Yeah. Yeah. You can't tell me there's not STIs being passed around. Yeah. You can't tell me. Hmm. Right. No, I haven't eaten. Okay. I just had some hot chocolate. That was it. Yeah. And they was getting her from every which end. And then she would sit and watch back the videos with him. She's watched a lot of her videotapes. So thousands. This was over 2.5 years. Imagine what was it like for 2.5 years? Like at least every other week, every weekend for 2.5 years. That's crazy. All that just so you can pay your rent and some furniture. We can't forget the furniture. Yeah, she was like, yeah, the furniture. But you know that he's still paying her rent, Sydney? Yeah, to this day. That's crazy. Let me see. Judy said, I wish people would realize the perfect victims are rare. Abuse turns into psycho. She may have her own faults, but it shouldn't take away from what she endured. Exactly. Oh, yeah, there's no perfect victims. I was hoping that Jonathan Odie would be here, but from what I'm told, he's not coming. He's not. I'm like, I want to see Jonathan Odie because he's the one who really blew this open. He blew this wide open. Jonathan Odie. Remember 2018? But I thought he was just crazy, and look at everything that's come to pass. That video came out in 2018 when he was arrested by the feds. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna say this live. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. We got another super chat. Hey, Wavy. He says, "Hey, Auntie, it's your favorite soldier checking in. I hope this serves as a lesson that just because people have nice things doesn't mean the grass is greener on the other side." Amen. Amen. That's why I tell y'all time and time again, do not be envious of anybody. You know what I'm saying? You might think that your life is boring or, you're just working a 9 to 5. Trust me, what these people be going through behind the scenes, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'd rather have my peace and my sanity and know that I got my money the right way than to know that I had to sleep with somebody to pay my rent. Because that's how he was able to keep her strung along because every single time that was like the threat to her. Well, if you don't do this, well, I'm gonna cut off the financial support or she's gonna lose her home if he stops paying her mortgage. You never want anybody. We gotta go right now. Oh, what time we have to be back? Oh, now? Oh, okay. We gotta get ready to go back and take this. Okay. Ooh, this is a nice setup. Thank you. Okay. Because I can't bring the phone in there. We can't bring the phone inside at all. But thank you guys so much for coming through. Appreciate it. Here, y'all pop and say hi. They're tea sippers, fellow tea sippers. They're so sweet. They've been with me all morning. Oh, he said that he said I'm very nice. And he's very surprised because I'm super nice. And I'm shy. Yeah, I'm shy. And I'm small. I be trying to hide y'all. Y'all know I run. Y'all been protecting me this whole time. Like, oh, I've been hiding from everybody. But no, this has been wonderful. It has been a really good experience. And just to be running into people and people just telling me like how much my videos and my content has like really helped them over the years. It means so much to me. So it's always nice to get out and be around like the public instead of being in the house. But you guys, I love you guys. Take care. I'll be back. I'll do another live stream when I get settled in. But we gotta get ready to go back into the courtroom. So thank you guys for joining me, everybody. What are we doing? Oh, okay. All right. Bye, everybody. How do I stop this? I've never done it on my phone. Right here? What? Okay, bye, y'all. Because now we got to clock Dennis, Byron. Okay, end stream. Bye, everybody.